Welcome all you warriors out in the multiverse. I'm Duuz-Diz-Din coming at you with another Dragon Ball Super chapter review. This time it's chapter 42, Settlement and Conclusion. As Jiren faces down with Goku and Vegeta, Lord, the god of destruction of Universe 11, Vermouth, talks with the Kai of Universe 11 in the fact that Jiren's Master Gurchin always wanted Jiren to understand teamwork because, unlimited power and all that good stuff is all well and good, but someone needs help every once in a while from time to time. That's always a thing. Superman needs help from time to time. Goku needs help from time to time. It's just kind of a way of life for the most part. Even the One Punch Man, as almighty as he is, still likes to have people around him, if only just to have fun and live. Just relying on others isn't wholly bad. And we delve into not just Jiren's backstory, but Vermouth's backstory as well. Or Belmod, sorry. Where even his angel, the angel of Universe 11, talks about the fact that Belmod and Gurchin were best friends at a time. But, Belmod didn't really agree with Gurchin's point of view and his philosophies, and ultimately Belmod became the god of destruction because he was in such opposition to that, way of thinking. And for the most part, Jiren just still seems very wholly just unstoppable, just tanking everything that Goku and Vegeta throw at them because he's just so powerful. The amount of power that Jiren lets off, and it's not even God energy, that's the thing. With Goku and Vegeta, they actually had to be trained in a way of God Ki in order to reach that higher level. But then you have people like Jiren, like Frieza, like, hell, Broly in the recent, Dragon Ball Super stuff that show that, just God Ki can be overcome with just certain types of characters can overcome that just because of their raw talent and ability. It's just showing that characters like these, just given the right amount of training, they become just phenomenal warriors in their own right and could rival the gods in and of themselves, even without God Ki or godlike abilities. So it kind of leaves a little bit of credibility to characters that we see in Dragon Ball Heroes, like Few, who technically has godlike abilities, Cumber, Hearts, and various members of the core warriors. But that's getting off topic, but it goes to show, it's wholly impossible in this series because they're showing, characters can get on that level. Hell, even Android 17 showed that you could get on that level without that kind of training. So, God Ki seems wholly just kind of if you need that little extra boost. I mean, if you really need it. But Belmod kind of stakes everything on believing that Jiren can take these two by themselves. And for the most part, Goku and Vegeta, they're mostly in their base forms from this point on going up against Jiren. So even they're increasing their base forms to the point where they don't really need the God Ki anymore because they're showing what they have even in base for the most part. And they go in for a blast, and Jiren just has this kind of moment where he's just like, alright, then let's go. And he just starts walking forward, and in comes the Kamehameha and the burst flash from the two, and they just light it up. It's this massive blast, and Jiren's just like, yep, come at me then, and he just goes running into the blast full force, no fear, no worry. Like, Jiren is just ready to throw down, and it's just massive blast. And like, I gotta give it to Toyotaro, because he really knows how to frame all of this to really carry the action. Like, he hasn't quite been, as good with the paneling before, but here it's just phenomenal for these action scenes. It's really great. And as the dust settles, out comes Jiren with only his shirt ripped off, and he just, points his hand out and blasts Vegeta right off the edge of the ring, and Vegeta's out. Unlike where in the anime, where at least Vegeta got his some major action and all that good stuff, and at least it landed Goku a cup of energy. But here it's just like, nope, you're done. And Goku goes in to try to just be like, no, you're not. And Jiren's just like, no, this is not happening. You don't got anything left. And he starts grappling with Goku, and Goku's just like, nope, I'm out. I'm tapped. I can't do this. You too strong. No, Jiren Dono Yamate. But this is interceded with the fact that you have Frieza on one of the little pieces of rock from the platform, charging up a death ball, ready to just, send it in. It's so reminiscent of Piccolo and Goku and their fight against Raditz, because Goku goes in and puts Jiren in a full Nelson, just ready to sacrifice himself so they can win. And I love this callback because it's such an interesting moment. Like, the anime got intense with the music swelling and the animation, and Frieza and Jiren and Goku and 17 and all of them just going all in into the final moment. But here, this is pretty epic too, especially in terms of the manga, because everyone's screaming, do it! Let go, Frieza! Like, it's so surreal to see all these people cheering on Frieza, and he sends in the death ball, only to have Jiren block it with his bare hands, and he freaking deflects the damn thing. Like, dude, how do you have this much power? But, Jiren kind of lets his guard down. He's relieved to have deflected it, and even Goku's just stunned by the moment. But in comes Frieza in his golden form of all things, just, double fisting Jiren right in the gut and sending him, Jiren, Goku all off the edge. And Goku's just like, but now there's nobody on the ring, only for Android 17 to come crawling out of the rubble, looking like it was, and apparently it was his and Frieza's plan from there on. Frieza's not happy about how things went, but they ended up winning. Even Goku's just like, wow, actual teamwork. And Frieza just snaps back. He's just like, of course, unlike you, I actually know how to use strategy. And Jiren's just so pissed. He is so pissed. And because of the fact that they couldn't send Android's energy or ki or anything like that, it just looked like he self-destructed. And when Krillin asked him about it, he says, but Krillin, don't you remember? You made a wish to have the bombs removed from us long ago. Which is just like, oh yeah! It's so funny because it's just like, it relies so much on what you know from previous Dragon Ball lore. So I love that aspect of all. There's even this nice little moment between 17 and 18 where 18 just calls out, it's like, yeah, I kind of knew it all the time, but it was 17 just making it sound like it was his dying wish, but he was actually trying to get 18 to watch his kids from time to time. And, we have this little somber moment where Jiren apologizes to his team, and a lot of them are just like, you can rely on us from time to time, you don't have to shoulder everything on your own, which is a very nice moment. And, this has been a very central part of Dragon Ball Super in a lot of ways, just saying, you can't do everything on your own. Yes, you can grow, train, and gain strength, but there's always going to be a stronger force out there, and sometimes you're just going to need help. And that's kind of been the thing from the beginning, like, in a lot of situations, like, with Raditz, Goku didn't take down Raditz on his own. It was Goku and Piccolo. With Vegeta, it was a combined effort. Goku, Krillin, Gohan, Yajirobe, they all took him down. Frieza, it was Goku, Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, everyone just going all in. From here and there, just doing what they could where they could. The androids, Goku had the heart virus, so he had to have his friends come in to help out. Cell, ultimately Gohan had to be the one to take down Cell because Goku wasn't strong enough. Hell, Majin Buu, who only was able to take them down because of the energy from everyone on the planet. And even then you had to have Mr. Satan's help, and Vegeta's help, and the Kai's help, and all that good stuff. Time and time again, it hasn't been a thing where it's just one person takes down the bad guy. It's this person was too strong, we ended up needing a combined effort to take them down. And that's been a recurring thing that ends up overlooked a lot of the time. And even Belmont's just like, look, I'm sorry you're not able to revive Gurchin, but Gurchin never would have wanted to be revived. And even Jiren kind of owns up, is just realizing that he's lacking in ways that he's still lacking in ways that would have even made Gurchin happy. And Belmont kind of calls him out. It's just like, you need to stop beating yourself up over not being able to protect him. He never wanted you to just dwell on his passing like this. He would have liked you to move forward and learn from him more than anything else. And that's kind of true. Any master would want you to just, take from his teachings and fully realize what he wanted to show you and all that. But it's cut short as Universe 11 ends up being erased, but almost showing that Toyotaro just wants to speed along to the next thing. 17's immediately bring them back, and the whatchamacallit, the Daishinkan, or whatever his name, Grand Priest, whatever, he immediately summons Super Shenron without any real fanfare. You get one panel of Super Shenron, all the universes brought back, immediately sent home, and the Grand Priest even says to Kai of Universe 7 that you guys have moved up from second from the bottom to third from the bottom. Like, what? That's all it mattered in the end? That's friggin' ridiculous. Mortal levels are bullshit. Power levels are bullshit. And as everyone is traveling home, we don't even get that moment where it was stated that had another wish been made with the Super Dragon Balls, all the universes would have just been wiped out. That little extra tidbit, which was a nice little aside, but it just speeds through to the end from there. And Goku asks 17 about the whole fact that he changed up his wish, but 17's just like, I just didn't want those Zeno creeps to have their way. And Vegeta's just like, we'll just give you one of our boats. You can just have one of our cruise ships. And it's just like, Vegeta in a very magnanimous moment, it's just like, it's the least we can do for the savior of our universe. And Frieza wanting to enforce his little deal with Goku is just like, yeah, you better bring me back. Only for Whis, just like he did in the anime, he just waves his wand and boom, you alive again. Like, Whis just controls life and death like it's nothing, and it is ridiculous. It's just like, what aren't you capable of, Whis? Because Jesus fucking Christ, might as well call you Jesus. But it's apparently a gift from Beerus. It's just like good planning and strategy and all that. But Frieza's just like, you know, I'm just gonna go back to my evil ways. And Goku, very much in a like Superman kind of way, is just like, then we'll just stop you again. So I kind of love that, because now Frieza's a lot akin to like characters like Mongol or Darkseid or Thanos from comics, where it's just like, you know, he's out there, you know, he's plotting something, and you're just like, we'll take him down when that time comes. Even though those times are horrifying and millions can die and stuff like that, like, just kill him already. Just kill him. He's wholly too powerful to let live. But things end, everyone goes back home, Frieza goes back, is returned to his own planet apparently, which I questioned that. I'm like, what is Frieza's planet? And Goku and Vegeta just discussed the fact that they could barely even make a scratch on Jiren. And Beerus is just like, the multiverse is a big place. And even Goku's just like, you know, it's not just the multiverse. And like I was saying before, you know, he's just like, look at 17, he doesn't really do any of the training that we do, and he got wholly stronger just by living his own life. So like, certain characters just have that potential in this universe to be wholly insanely strong, and Bulma comes in just raging over the fact that she's had to give away so much because of this tournament, and of course she is wholly pissed, and Goku's just like, yep, I'm out, and he bounces to leave Vegeta to his angry wife. And we get a little bit of narration of, you know, the fact that everything has returned to normal, and we get this little aside to Dragon Ball Super Broly and that movie, which I had just seen the other day, which is a whole nother video. I'll leave a little link to my movie review in somewhere on screen here, but we get this nice little image that Toyotaro did years ago of Goku and Vegeta fighting Broly. A good movie, I'll say that much. And then we skip to after the events of that movie, where Goku and Vegeta go in to train, which I love the fact that I read this chapter like right around the time that I saw Broly, because it just segues right into the next stuff. And so they go to train, talking about the fact that, you know, Goku and can't really go into Ultra Instinct the way he wants to, and Vegeta's just like, yeah, that's not a very useful ability. And if you've watched the movie, Vegeta's just like, yeah, I never want to fight side by side with you like that ever again. And Goku agrees, because same pride and all that good stuff, but with the enemies they've been facing lately, they're not going to have much of a choice, because the enemies they've been facing lately have been so powerful that it's been constantly Goku and Vegeta teaming up to take them on. But they get a call from Bulma that apparently someone has raided Mr. Satan's house and is making off with Majin Buu, which Vegeta's just like, have you forgotten how absurdly powerful Majin Buu is? This is ridiculous. And Goku's just like, oh great, another bad guy has shown up. So Goku instant transmissions over, while Vegeta's just like, it's 5 minutes away, I'll just fly. And you know, we see these people making off with Majin Buu, and freaking Mr. Satan pulls out a gun to try to shoot them, only for this other guy to just, you know, snap out his ray gun, blast a bullet out from mid-air. And, this whole confrontation is interrupted by the arrival of Goku and then Vegeta and a second later. And Goku goes in, starts beating off the people carrying away Majin Buu, only for this other guy who, blasted Mr. Satan's bullet out from mid-air to just instantly, like in no time flat, without Goku even noticing, just come in and he puts Goku to sleep. He stuns him with his ray gun, and he instantly does the very same to Vegeta. So yet another character with ridiculously overpowered abilities has shown up. And I don't think it's quite combat abilities, but it's just his speed is too insane to comprehend. Or maybe even he knows instant transmission. Yeah, instant transmission is hard to track for anyone. But they end up taking Goku, Vegeta, and Buu all away, and we come to find out that this is the Galactic Patrol, as Goku and Vegeta wake up to be greeted by Jocko. And the person, explains himself, and he's Moro of the Galactic Patrol, who patrols 104 sectors next to Jocko's measly 3 sectors, which apparently includes Earth. So this guy is the elite of the Galactic Patrol, and they actually want to extract someone from Majin Buu, and that is the Grand Supreme Kai, who Buu absorbed and gained his Fat Buu personality and all that good stuff from, who apparently holds a special technique that they need to recapture a dangerous criminal. So thus begins a new arc for Dragon Ball Super, the Galactic Patrol Prisoner arc. So with Heroes, we have the Universal War Crisis whatever thing going on, and now we have the Galactic Patrol arc going on, and even Dragon Ball Xenoverse is coming in with a Galactic Patrol member who apparently was an original member of the Time Patrol and all that good stuff. So a lot of stuff going on with alternate universes, time, Galactic Patrol, stuff like that. They're finally starting to really flesh out Universe 7, which is something I wanted to see because, Dragon Ball GT had tried to do that a little bit, but it hadn't really done that to much success. But now we're doing that in terms of, this current stuff in Dragon Ball Heroes and Super and so on and so forth, where they're starting to just go into the fact that we don't really explore Universe 7 as a whole. It's just like, hey, there should be more to the universe, especially with the fact that so many heroes only came from Earth. There has to be more out there in the universe that hasn't been explored or delved into, and I'm glad they're starting to go into that. It creates kind of a few plot holes in the fact that it's just like, where were all these people in Frieza? But ultimately, we only ever went to Namek. Like, think about that. We only really ever went to Namek. Where else in the universe have we actually been aside from Otherworld and stuff like that? So it gives credence to the fact that, the universe is a wholly unexplored place, even before we start just jumping around to the multiverse. It's just like, no, explore our own universe first, get something going on there, and explore that a little bit more. Broly showed that there are even more characters out there in the universe that Goku and Vegeta have never faced. So there's a whole world of possibilities out there. But this was a very good chapter. I don't like the fact that they rushed through the finale of the Universe Survival arc, because it's just like, what the hell, man? Yeah, just wanted to wrap it up really quickly to get into the next thing. But now we're in wholly original content territory, and it should be very interesting to see. So tell me what you thought in the comment section below. Did you enjoy the finale of the showdown between Universe 7 and Universe 11? How did you feel about the changes between the final showdown with Jiren? Did you prefer this over the anime? And what do you think about this new arc we're going into? The other chapter has already been released, so I'll be reviewing that soon, right after my Dragon Ball Super Broly review. So tune into that as well, so we can discuss that. But until then, feel free to leave me a like if you liked this video, or a dislike if you didn't, and tell me what I did wrong in the comment section below, so I might be able to improve for future videos. And how about subscribing, because I'll definitely be bringing you more Dragon Ball Super content. But until then, thanks for joining me. Bye bye.